Greetings and welcome back to Celebrate Every Day with Amazing K. I am Karen K. Rush, Amazing K, and today is August 30th, and it is National Grief Awareness Day. Yes, it is, and we're going to talk about that in detail because it's a real thing. But before we do that, don't forget to like, comment, tag, and share, and subscribe. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell so that you can be notified every time there's a new episode of Celebrate Every Day with Amazing K. And don't forget, the contest is still going on. You can win a complimentary 2-night, 3-day stay at a getaway of your choice if you refer 3 people. But those 3 people have to put in the comments that they subscribed because of you. They have to write your name. Okay, now that we have all of those commercials out, because you know, this is sponsored by Rush Travels and Adventures, where we make your dreams come true and we can change your life financially for the rest of your life. If you want more information on that, go ahead and give me a call, because I am so excited about helping families leave a legacy for their family and to go wherever they want to go and to have a good time and to have the money to do it. Okay, if that's you, call me. So let's talk about National Grief Day. So ladies and gentlemen, grief is a real thing, and we know that people handle grief in different ways. I myself have been affected by grief. I am a widow. I always get confused. It's the man or the woman. Who's the widow? Who's the widower? Anyway, I have had 2 husbands that passed away. My first husband just recently passed away, and we actually were not. We were divorced and both remarried. But, you know, his current wife, which is my wife-in-law, you know, is the widow. I guess I'm still a widow too, but my husband that I was married to, my second husband, here they both are, have passed away, and I grieved both of them differently. Yep, everybody grieves differently. But the thing about grief awareness is that you need to make sure that you do grieve, and there's different types of grieving. So what I'm going to do today is to give you some information to help you if you are going through the grief process. And it's not just people. You can grieve many things. You can grieve pets. I also grieve my pet. And I just had a moment yesterday because I saw a dog in a car by themselves. They looked just like my Ginger, a little Shih Tzu. And she was just sitting there looking out the window. And the window was down, and I'm looking and see, is somebody in there? No, she's in there by herself. And somebody could have just picked her up and took her, but I just prayed over it and got in the car and left. But yeah, I did grieve my dog because it was very traumatic how she died. I felt like I was the cause of it, had to see therapy and everything for it. So people do grieve differently. And it's not just people, it's not just pets or fur babies. It's also, you can grieve the loss of a job, or you can grieve the loss of something very, that's for you, but something that's very special to you, it may not be special to anybody else, but now it's gone. So there's different types of griefs. But what we're going to talk about is how you can get help for that, because a lot of people are grieving and don't know they're grieving. A lot of people are in grief and wish they could get help but don't know where to get help. Well, I have 2 resources for you today. The first is the Lincoln Branch Library in Detroit Public. I know I have viewers from everywhere, but if you are in the Detroit area, the Detroit Public Library, the Lincoln Branch, they do have a series of grief. It's called Good Grief. Good Grief, because it shows you how to get through it, how to recognize it and what to do. They're on Wednesdays. They have this thing at the library that's called Wellness Wednesdays. So this actually starts September 18th, Wednesday, September 18th. They also are going to have another one. I'm not sure. You need to call the library and find out. I'm not sure if it's a series or if they just repeat them each month. That would probably be the better thing to do, because it's from 6 to 7:30, so more people can be involved. But who am I to tell them how to run their programs at the library? But the next one is October. If you can't make September 18th, The next one is October 16th, and then they have one scheduled November 20th. They're all on Wednesdays from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. at the Lincoln Branch Library, which is 1221 East 7 Mile Road. Here it is right here. You can see it on the east side of Detroit, 48203. And yeah, just call them. They also have a website. You can go to Lincoln at DetroitPublicLibrary.org. Not .com, .org. And spell the whole words out. Lincoln at DetroitPublicLibrary.org. Click on their events and it'll take you right there to what you're looking for. Okay? So that is something that you can do. I've happened to know the person that's doing that. She's very well qualified to do that, Miss Jennifer Rich. So she's licensed and she can help you with that. So spread the word. I'm spreading the word, good grief, okay? There's another resource I would like to highlight. My dear friend and business partner, Miss Monique, we actually talked about her on Potato Day and her birthday. We celebrate our birthdays together on a cruise. So she's a wonderful person, entrepreneur, very talented young millennial. Now she has two resources for you. She has a book, which is a grief journal. And this grief journal is phenomenal. It can help you. A lot of times when we write out things, that can help you. So her journal is not just a book of blank pages. It tells you lots of things that you can do. It gives you topics and things and challenges and things that you can do to help you go through your grief. I just ordered mine. I don't know why I haven't ordered it before, but I just ordered mine because I kind of journal all the time, but I want this because of course I want to support, my people. We need to support our people, okay? People need to support people. That's just what we need to do. That's a whole nother episode, how people should support people, okay? She also has a podcast, yes, and her podcast is called Today in Grief. And you can get it if you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts. But here you just go to it right here. It's, well, first let me go back to the journal. I'm jumping ahead of myself. To order the journal, because you want to order it if you are something that you need, or pass it on, or give it to someone as a gift. Someone that you know that can need it and can use it and will use it. Give it to them as a gift, and you can get it on Etsy, and it's www.etsy.com/shop. I'm putting it right here so you can see it, /Today in Grief. And I'll have the actual links for all of these things that I'm talking about today in the description. So go down to the description and you just click on the link and go straight there. Make it easy access. I know people like links, so. Now, about her podcast, yeah, it's awesome. She talks about this, and she's talking about it from the heart. She's talking about it from experience. The reason she is an expert on this is because she, grieved her mom. Her mom died unexpectedly. And even reading, this before, her dad, she had just reconnected with her dad, and then he died. So she's talking about this. I knew her mom. Her mom and I worked together in the early childhood field and Head Start, and she's a beautiful person. And it's so funny because our connection is, the reason I met her mom is because when I went on maternity leave to have my oldest son, she was a parent at the time, and she came in and took my place as the substitute. And then when I came back, she did such a wonderful job that offered her a job as a teacher too. So she's a beautiful person. Kara's a beautiful person. Kara was also in my choir, Lift Up Your Hands Ministries. And this book and this podcast is genuinely helpful. So I would implore you to subscribe, to tune in, to get the book. Go to the workshop at the library, whatever you need to do to get through your grief, because grief is a real thing, okay? So that's all I have to say about it today. I just want you to know, be bold, be blessed, be you. And when I say you, I mean your original uniqueness. And I mean that for real. I know I say it every week, but it's not a cliche. It's not just a thing. You are all unique. You all have something to bring to the table. God made you all differently. Even your fingerprints are different. You're so unique. Own that. Know that. So be bold, be blessed, be you. And when I say you, I mean your original uniqueness. I am Karen K. Rush, and I approve this message. Bye-bye.